All right, we are going to enter the introduction. And I think we are now officially live. Welcome to JK Games, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode,
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Ooh.
Knowledge.
I think we had a little bit of lag there.
Yeah, it's a little laggy. I don't know why. So, but I could tell you this should still be fine for the stream, hopefully.
Hey, you let us know. Let us know how we sound. You know, we always like your input if you're watching us live. If you're listening after the fact, you have no idea what's going on right now, but that's fine. But if you are new here, speaking of, my name is Kayla. I am one of your hosts at JK Games.
And I'm Jerica, your other host, and today we're here to talk to you about video games. Surprise, surprise.
Yes.
Kayla has this kombucha stuff, which I didn't know she drank until today. And it's called Hum. Is it Hum? H-U-M-M?
I can't believe you didn't know that about me. I don't know
I
why.
didn't know that.
That's very strange. Well, I love kombucha. I love sour stuff, so kombucha is very potent. So it's like, it's super sour. So that's one thing that I really like about it. I like to try different kinds, you know, switch it up. But I'm really excited to talk today because I feel like we have a lot to discuss, even though we're only a little over a week since our last episode. Which if you haven't seen that, you should definitely go watch it. It's up on our podcast platforms and YouTube, which is where we upload pretty consistently now our episodes in video format if you miss our live shows. So you should definitely check us out there. But it was like just a catch-up episode overall because it had been 2 weeks previously. Jerica had her episode where she interviewed Greg Miller, which was awesome. That's also on our YouTube.
That was fun.
Also on our
there.
YouTube.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of our newbie, our little... I don't know what to call our follower base. We should come up with a cute name.
We need a cool name.
For our community.
The JK gamers, JKs,
the little jokesters, the JKers.
The JKers. There we go.
Patent pending. We'll figure it out. But anyways, yeah. So today, we're going to do our normal episode layout. I think this is the first episode in a while. We've actually had all three of our modes this episode.
I know, right? Yeah.
We had a couple episodes.
It's been hit or miss. I think we're back on a regular streaming time frame right now. So back to week. Yeah. So hopefully we can have all our modes in every episode.
Hunter said, Arkham Arrow in the chat said, the Just Kiddings.
The Just Kiddings. There we go. Cute. They're just the Just Kittens. They're here. That. The Just Kittens.
Oh, that's cute. That's a cute one. So yeah, so just to go ahead and get into our loadout. Also, really quick, have to address something different in the room. You may notice it's very bright. We're filming in the daytime. We normally...
And also, with the daylight savings, get adjusted, it doesn't get as dark early. Or it's not as dark earlier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. It's still daylight now at times when we do this.
Yeah, it's
which
very
I guess
strange.
Is pretty cool.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is strange.
I'm used to being in a little cave with, super dark and my shades drawn, but now I feel bright and open and just ready to go, I guess. But totally derailed us. Back on our loadout. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. That's really all we have as far as just what we've been doing in our lives. One of our friends, this is funny if you know, it's an ongoing joke on our show that Jerica is terrified of ticks.
Hate them.
One of our friends sent this meme to our group chat.
Which is the first thing I saw this morning, by the way. That's how I started my day. And I was just like, what the hell?
I'm going to show that. Hold on. For those watching on YouTube or the chat, I'm going to show you. Jerica, look away.
No.
If you can't see it. This is... Oh, no. Mm-mm. Can you see that? This is what the meme that they sent. Hold on. It's really gross.
I'm looking at it.
It's just Jerica. It's funny because Jerica hates them so much. I don't know if you can hear my Microsoft. I just plugged my phone back in. Anyways, yeah, that's what Jerica woke up to this morning. So no tick catastrophes aside from you having to look at that. Apologize.
Yeah. Great way to start the day, but whatever.
But if you don't already... What?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you don't already follow us on our Instagram and Twitter, when you do, you get post notifications of when we go live, so you can catch us and actually interact and hang out with us on the stream, which is what we love. We love to hear from you guys. I also asked we're a lot more active on Twitter now. I asked a question over on Twitter, which is both at JK Games Podcast, if you want to follow us there. I asked a question that is relevant to our main topic today, which is going to be all about subscription services, gaming subscription services. What do we think? What are the options?
You might love it, you might hate it, you might not even care. No. But you know what? We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, you at least if you are debating, like, I mean, we're not professionals by any sense, but we do play a lot of games.
Far from it. Yeah, we do play a lot of games, and I spend a lot of money on games, so...
Exactly. Jerica, you've tried a couple of different services, right? I think so.
Yes, I have.
So we'll talk through that.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to dissect some of this subscription business.
Dissect like a little tick.
Ugh.
You know, when you squish them, their blood comes
I don't want to pop.
Ugh. But yeah, so follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You always get updates. You know, sometimes we're a little more spur of the moment, post like relatively soon. We're normal humans, you know, we don't have a set schedule yet.
It's really hard for us to do a set schedule. I don't know if we'll ever be able to. Maybe one day we can set our minds to it. But until then, if you follow us, and luckily all our videos are on demand. Our episodes are on demand, so you can listen to us anytime and on repeat if you want. Forever.
Hear our soothing voices forever. And then our Twitch, if you're not watching us live and you're like, what are they talking about? I've never seen their faces. Well, you would if you followed us somewhere. You have to have seen our faces at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Our Twitch is also at JK Games Podcast. So just across all platforms, that's what we're at. And of course, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions for the JKing community, if you want to send out your name suggestion, you can always email us, jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. If you are interested in being on our show, that's something we might start doing at some point in the future. We could always look at that. You could always email us or message us. Why not? You know, if you have something you want to say, that'd be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all for our loadout. We can go ahead and jump into our easy mode. I've been dying to hear what Jerica has to say.
Oh my god, dying.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because we have, seen each other and discussed back and forth, but I haven't we haven't dived into what we've been playing and like our thoughts because I wanted to see it live on air. So Jerica, do you want to take us away with your easy mode?
Yeah, so let's jump into easy mode. I have been playing, of course, Horizon Forbidden West, still chipping away at that big old game. Yeah, it's massive. I don't know when I'll actually be able to beat it. I think I talk about that every episode now. It's like, sort of like Destiny, Horizon. All she plays is Horizon and Destiny. But luckily I did branch out, because with Horizon, I gotta take breaks, because I have come to terms with this is just going to take me a while, and I don't want to just mainline the game. Like, I could just mainline it and get through it, beat the story, and see what happens. But I want to level up my gear, which is more of a tedious task in this game, because I feel like in the other one, the first Horizon, you didn't really have to grind as hard to find materials to upgrade your weapons. Maybe I'm just not remembering, but I feel like Forbidden West takes it to the next level for leveling up your armor, outfit, or your weapons. Like, if I want to level up my current outfit, I have to go get this robot's tooth or this robot's ear. And the robot may be like, yeah. And this robot, like, you have to use specific arrows to, like, knock the components off the robot. So, like, if I'm going after this robot's, I'm really bad with their names, like Thrasher, Maw, Claw thing.
Yeah, they're all kind of similar, the descriptions.
Like, if you need to get its ear, you couldn't just kill it, and you're not going to get the ear if you just kill it. you actually have to knock the ear off. And, like, sometimes those components are so hard to hit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too shabby at it. And I'm impressed myself a few times, but I'm like, holy cow, this is probably super hard for some people that don't play a lot of games or, like, have a really good aim. Because, like, that is what makes this game a little unique, is that it is a challenge. Like, it's not just an easy auto aim. There's no auto aim assist I mean, there might be something you can tweak, but, like, you gotta be fast, you gotta be quick. You can slow down time a little bit, but, like, some of these dinosaurs move so fast. Dinosaurs. Robot creatures. There was one that I went after that I almost rage quit. It's like this baboon. It's a baboon robot thing. And its little tail, at the very tip of its tail, you have to knock off something off its tail, like a piece of its tail. You need that to, like, upgrade something. I forgot what I was upgrading. And, like, its tail is always moving like this. So, like, you're having to hit the tip with your bow, and it's just like this. And you don't want to make them mad because it's like a group of them. It's never just one by itself. It's like 5 of these robots. And then it's got 2 other friends also hanging out with, like, blasters on their heads. So it's just a lot going on. And that took a lot of time. Finally I didn't even try to kill any of them. I just shot the thing off the tail, and I went in there, grabbed it, and ran. I was like, I'm not even going to put myself through this. Why am I trying to do it? I'm just trying to upgrade her gear and make her more powerful.
Because it's necessary to fight stuff, because it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting hard, and, like, I will say this, like, I feel like in the last game, me and a friend of the show, Cody, were talking about this today, actually. He was asking me how I was enjoying it, and I'm like, well, you know, compared to... Oh, God, I lost my train of thought. It just left me. What was I going to say?
You're talking about gear and upgrading and how it's hard, and you're talking to somebody today about it.
Oh, we were talking about, like, I got it now. It came back. He was talking to me, like, I just remember getting to he played the first one. I just remember getting to a certain part, and it was almost like I was overpowered at one point. Like, Aloy leveled up too fast, and everything was super easy.
I need that.
Well, I'm sort of missing it, but I can tell you this game, it's not as easy. You don't get overpowered as easy. Like, it's a grind to upgrade your stuff, and
it's a gamey game.
Grind. It is, and not really a grind to level up, but it is a grind to, like, upgrade your weapons and stuff if you want the perks and the better mods and stuff to put on them. Starting to feel a little bit like Destiny, not gonna lie. You have your blue items, you got your purple items, and you got your yellows. So you got your exotic, legendary, and basic. Yeah. So I was just like, wow, am I playing Destiny or Horizon? Here we go. And I'm always addicted to adding mods and leveling up my gear. So anywho.
Flare.
I had to stop playing Horizon. Just because, obviously, I got paused at some point, take a break. So, I did download and purchase Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah!
Came out last Friday, with, also I really want to play Kirby. Kirby's out too. So it was a choice. So I chose to play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands just because I am a Borderlands fan. But jumping into that, it is also more Borderlands. If you love Borderlands, you'll love this game. But you're definitely going to be tossed into the world of D&D, which is fun. I don't play D&D. I know a lot of people that do, and I watch people that do. So I have an understanding of it. But if you've never partaken or watched D&D, it might throw you off a little bit, like, what's going on in this game? Because the main character, Tiny Tina, well, the main character, you don't play as Tiny Tina, but she's the dungeon master, so she's, like, telling this story, and you're a new friend to the group, to her D&D group. So it takes you out of the Borderlands world and puts you into this Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, or, like, different from, like, Borderlands, sort of wasteland, post-apocalyptic, sort of dingy desert areas and stuff, into a more Middle Earth. What's the other word I'm using to describe that? Kayla, help me. Middle Earth.
Medieval.
Medieval. Yes, thank you. Yeah. That kind of world. So that's really fun to see, like, the Borderlands things that you like, but in, like, a different type of genre.
A different lens. Yeah.
Yeah. So that part's really cool. The writing's really good. And I'm laughing a lot. It's funny. The writing in this game is much better than like most of the Borderlands games that I played. So I encourage anyone to dive into it if you like first person shooters and playing with friends, because it is crossplay, so you can play with.
Oh, cool.
If you have a friend that's playing on PC or another console, not on PlayStation or Xbox, it's crossplay. You can play with anyone anywhere, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
So if you like playing first-person shooters with your friends and like having a good laugh, you should definitely check out Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Having a good time, lots of guns, lots of upgrading in that game too. But they do some cute, clever things in it, and obviously you still have guns, even though you're in this medieval world. There's guns, and there's actually a joke about that. That was really funny. Anywho, but there's magic too. Like, I guess that's a new element in Borderlands. You don't normally have like any kind of spells that you cast or use magic. So like, there's magic in this game. You could pick your character. It's like when you're making a character for D&D, you get to go through and check out their stats, upgrade certain things, choose a class and a backstory. It's got a pretty good character creator. I didn't expect that. So
nice. Making a character, I saw that.
Yeah. So you'll enjoy making your character in Borderlands if you're like me and a connoisseur of character creators. That's what I love. I like those games that let you do that. Yeah. So that's about all I've been playing. Just wrapping it up. So what?
You haven't really talked about your Elden Ring experience. I know that.
See, I forgot. Like,
you've actually been playing a lot lately.
I did play finally Elden Ring the other night. I totally slipped my mind and opened Pokemon cards every time I died. So, went through like 12 packs, I think. Could have been more. I could have went through more, but I got really hungry and I was like, I should have ate before doing this. I didn't give myself enough time. So I had to cut the stream a little short, but we went for like 2 hours. And yeah, Elden Ring's also very hard, but it's fine because I was getting my butt kicked by robots all week. So I'm used to the pain. But it's go ahead.
Sorry. I was going to say that's still up on our Twitch, I believe, and we're going to try to upload it onto YouTube. It's just taking us a minute because the file, like, it's a really big...
Oh, it's huge. Yeah. I streamed for 2 hours, which is like a milestone for me.
Yeah.
But the file is huge, and my computer keeps going to sleep every time I try to upload it so Kayla can post it. It never finishes. Fun. It gets so close.
It was fun, so it was nice to watch you play. That was funny.
Yeah, Elden Ring's cool. I've been watching people play, watching videos, so I sort of knew what to expect. I know there's a lot of wild creatures in this game too, and a lot of things to go and explore. Luckily the chat, including Late for Lunch, he hopped in there and really helped me figure out how to do some things. So he was super helpful, because I'm not a pro Elden Ring player or Souls player. I really don't know what I'm doing, so those little tips and tricks helped. But it was fun. I do like the challenge of like perfect parries and like dodge and trying to use like your judgment on, because like with those games, like this little guy could just stab you like this, or they can stab you with big swords, and like the timing of the swing's different for any enemy that you play against. So timing that parry, you get used to like fighting this one type of character, like it's always different, and I feel like the momentum's different, so you have to like time it perfectly. But I do like the fact that you can sneak around in this game, Kayla. I did like that.
Yeah, you did a lot of sneaking.
I was like, I'm not going to try to be a great gamer right now. I'm just going to try to get it done. So hiding in these bushes. Kojima would be proud. Be very sneaky and silent, snakish. Anywho. Did I say solid snake is what I meant to say? I'm sure there's a silent snake in there at some point. Silent snake. Anywho,
that brings
now
me
I'm done.
Yeah, that brings me to I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been playing in just a second, but we actually, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast or on our live stream, but I made us a TikTok. So if you can follow JK's podcast on TikTok, where I'm gonna post funny clips and like who knows what it's gonna be. I just figured it would be fun. Why not? So I did clip a couple of videos of Jerica's stream that I'm gonna put on TikTok later, so you can find us there.
Nice.
What have I been playing? Let's see. So I did something that, Jerica, I don't know if you ever get like this sometimes where I'm like, man, I want to play something different, but I don't know what. I've got so much stuff downloaded, so much stuff on my to play list. I'm like, I'm just gonna play a little bit of everything I have downloaded. And like on my desktop. Now that I have a PC, like it's very clear. I can see. I don't put everything on my desktop. Excuse my dog. Hold on. I think Hunter just got home. I don't put everything on my desktop, but I'm trying to figure out like my filing system for like my PC of like what I've played, what I'm trying to play, like that sort of thing. Because I have Steam too. Like I have all these launchers and like avenues that I didn't have before. But what I can clearly see on my screen, I was like, okay, I have some games I haven't tried yet that I really want to get to. So I started just playing like a little bit of each. And normally I try not to do that because I'm like, okay, I gotta focus on this one game and I gotta finish this one game. But so here's what I've played. So I'm playing, I'm back in the Apex grind. I've been playing a lot of Apex. I've been streaming some of that, playing it with friends. Another thing I've been playing a lot with friends is Overwatch again. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. I kind of would like to stream that sometime soon because I feel like that'd be fun to watch. Get it? Watch. And then, so another game that I've been playing that I talked about a little bit on our previous episode, I started playing Tunic, which is pretty new. Came out pretty recently. I really like it. It's a little bit different. That you don't really get any direction, which is kind of cool. Like you kind of learn as you go around, like what you're supposed to be doing, like different areas you can't unlock until you get to other areas. Like you could go to the wrong place. And that you discover like even the basic controls you don't know. Like obviously there's like the normal like keyboard like up and down and sideways like kind of set up. But you actually pick up like pieces of the instruction booklet, in air quotes if you're listening to us, like as you go along, which is pretty neat. And it like you can view it in like your inventory. You're like, oh okay, and you like put the pieces together. So that's pretty cool. Not to spoil anything, but it's going well. But then I was playing it. It's not like I didn't like it, but I was like, okay, like now I kind of want to play this game and see how this is. So then I started playing Nobody Saves the World, which I believe came out last year.
It did. I think it came out. It definitely came out this year because I remember it came to Game Pass, so I played it when it came out just to see what it was about.
Yeah, so I'm looking it up really quick. I'm pretty sure it came out in maybe January. It came out. Why does it not even? It doesn't say. It just says 2022. Anyways, that came out fairly recently, so I was like, I downloaded that because it's on Game Pass, which is what we're gonna talk about later. We're gonna talk about Game Pass later. Just a little segue. Woo. I'm very surprised at how much I like Nobody Saves the World. It doesn't seem like something, it's very like, I don't know the way to describe this kind of humor, but it's silly.
It is, I think silly is a good word to describe it.
Yeah.
It's fun and silly.
It's fun. It reminds me of a little bit of like the like Adventure Time, like that kind of animation.
Yeah.
And like that kind of humor, but I love it, okay? So I like that you're this character named Nobody, and you morph into different characters, animals, like you're a rat in the beginning of the game. You can morph, and it's like a kind of like a stat tree, like a very stereotypical gaming like stat tree. I just had an idea for an episode that might be cool. Like, you know how we used to do really random like episodes like, oh, food is games and like stuff like that?
Yeah.
What if we like built our own stat tree? That would be kind of funny. Like, what would your stats be? You know what I mean?
Oh, let's go. That's such a good idea. Let's do it.
Okay.
And I can make like a little graphic. Like, and like make this sort of animated and do it. I could do that.
Yeah. Okay.
We sort of like build it on, put it on the screen.
Yeah. Like, cool. What would my stats be? You know, that's interesting.
Let's
okay.
do
Anyways.
It.
Sorry, but that's our podcast in a nutshell. We're like, oh, what's that?
Oh, let's do that.
But yeah, so it's really fun. You can be like, there's a whole like branching off of like, oh, like I'm improving this version of my character in this version. Like it's very well thought out. I don't know if this is in any game or not. I can't remember.
Well, so the studio that makes it, developed it is Drinkbox Studios.
Oh, okay.
And they are known for Guacamelee. So you ever heard of that game? Right. So it's their new game, self-published. It looks like as well. So
nice.
Cool studio, making some cool stuff. I never played Guacamelee. I've only seen like gameplay from it, but also looks sort of fun too.
Yeah, so I've been really enjoying it. I'm gonna continue with that, I think, for right now. I might bounce between that and Tunic. Tunic is very like chill and it's very different. Tunic's very chill, relaxed. I love the music in the game. A really good composer. I think he does some other pretty popular stuff. But that music is nice. It's very like you're just walking around figuring stuff out. Whereas like Nobody Saves the World's kind of a little chaotic, but in a good way. So definitely check that out if you have Game Pass. It's free. You can just download it. That's pretty much it, I believe. I've been playing Stardew Valley a lot more lately, just like laying in bed on my Switch.
Oh, you're getting back in the dew. She's drinking the dew. She's drinking the dew again. Oh man, I saw this video. Did I share this video? I think I talked about this in another episode. This girl that was just talking about like how horrible the villagers are in Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
like they just want to make you do all their work, and like you give them gifts, but they hate it. And it could be like a really great gift, like something that's really rare, like this rare crystal, and they're like, I hate it. I'd rather have an ear of corn.
Yep,
that's what I really wanted.
Yep. Would anybody be interested if I streamed Stardew Valley? I feel like that would be
listen,
fun.
Kayla, that's one game that we could actually do co-op now,
Yeah,
like you can play with people. So
that's a good point.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know if they're going to be offended or thank you, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Kayla HP 10 volume 100.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I be offended? Are you making fun of me? Are you saying I'm loud?
I could probably turn you down just a tad, Kayla. I do have you up a little bit. Sometimes she gets a little closer to the mic. Sometimes she gets further away. Better for you to be closer though, Kayla. I promise. You might be a little loud, but I will adjust you.
What if I do it like this?
Ooh, ASMR. We've made it.
Hello.
That's our new.
That's how you know you've made it.
That's our new thing.
Anywho, that's really all I've been playing. I started just playing through all the games that I had, and I only made it to a couple because I got interested in Nobody Saves the World.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that a little bit on the side. I have played some more Horizon, but I kind of feel like I'm at the same point as you. I'm much further behind you, I think, but I just kind of, it's not that I'm not wanting to play it, it's that I need like a palate cleanser almost. Mm-hmm. Something more simple and to the point. I did almost rage quit. No spoilers, but the crab thing.
Like God. Yeah.
And that's one of the things you have to shoot the crate off the back of it.
Yeah, it's one of those components you gotta shoot off, which is what makes Horizon. It's just a little special Horizon thing, but it is a challenge on different bosses, like knocking that stuff off. You get these arrows that are called tear arrows, which they were in the first game. So just wait, it gets a little easier with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, later. I don't have those yet. I don't think.
It'll be a while because it took me a while to get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's move into our news, boy.
Let's do it.
You want to talk about our first piece? We got a lot to cover. Some pretty short and to the point, though. So, Jerica, why don't you take us through the first piece?
Yes. So it got was it last week or what is today? Jeez. Yeah, I guess last week or maybe. Yeah, I forgot what day it was, but ESA came out and said that E3 is not happening this year, streaming or live or in real life.
I didn't know that.
That sort of builds into this little update that you added to the news. Yeah, E3 is not happening this year, but guess what? Jeff Keighley is going to save the day and still do his Summer Games Fest. So, Summer Games Fest is kicking off. Looks like probably June. It's an industry-wide celebration of video games featuring a spectacular live kickoff show hosted by Jeff Keighley. So you can actually sign up for that on summergamesfest.com or follow Jeff Keighley on Twitter. But it looks like Jeff is slowly, like he already started, chipping away at like that E3 time frame during the summer to invite publishers to say, hey, let me plug your stream. Let me include it within this calendar of events for the summer. Since you're not doing E3, let's make sure that people know where to go to watch Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and everybody else come and talk about their new stuff. Mm-hmm. But E3 is not happening this year. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that at all.
Yeah,
I must have missed that.
Yeah, and I honestly don't see it. I don't have the article pulled up, but basically, uh, ESA, the organization behind E3, has come out and said that we are just going to focus on next year. Not going to do anything this year and focus on next year. But honestly, I just don't see E3 coming back in a way that it was ever. It's just how we digest this information, including news about video games announcements, has totally been changed since COVID. Everything, I think all these companies have learned to adapt and figured out a way to stream these events from without having an E3 presence. Like, you could still and have, if not better results, same results or better results for reaching audiences. I really don't think E3 is going to come back in a way that it was, because I think unfortunately those times are over. But I'm really excited to see what Jeff Keighley decides to do, because I think Jeff Keighley is about to take over that whole thing.
Okay.
From video game awards, and now his summer game fest thing. He's gonna be the master of connecting the dots for these publishers and companies that are trying to showcase their games and make sure that people know where to go to watch them. And I'm sure there's some deals being worked out for him to sort of be the host of the show for a lot of these announcements, or like segues, connecting the dots. Because, like, as you know, like, I think Ubisoft does like Ubisoft Forward, and obviously Nintendo Direct, PlayStation, State of Play. Then Xbox does their thing. I forget what it's called. Showcase something. They all like to throw in the word showcase. So, but every big company like this is doing their own streaming event on their own. They're like, yeah, we really. I'm sure they're trying to like figure out like we don't really need E3. But I will miss like the fact that you could physically meet with people, and like I'm sure for people that are like in the business, like network and do all that, they can get in there and actually meet people, which is cool. But maybe Jeff Keighley would decide to create a live in-person event or something somewhere soon. That'd be really cool. That would be neat. I could see him doing that. Maybe. Regardless, cool. Summer Game Fest right around the corner. Really excited to see what news comes out of gaming this year. Hopefully a new Silent Hill game, because I added that to my fantasy league, and I was sort of a dumb move. Because I don't know if there's actually a Silent Hill game coming. I just wanted to be ballsy and add it to my list.
It might. We don't know.
It's definitely not coming out this year. That's the problem. Why did I go for a game that's not even announced?
Pay no attention. I'm about to turn my camera light on because it's gotten darker in here. Is that better? Do I look?
Oh, okay? Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Looks good.
Speaking of companies having their own events, I saw something on Twitter about Unreal Engine is actually having their own showcase. So State of Unreal. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, I think she's done. State of Unreal, which sounds interesting. It's from Unreal Engine. It says, you're invited. Tune in on April 5th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time for our next State of Unreal broadcast, live on Twitch and YouTube. I've never watched one of these, Jerica. Have you watched one of these live?
No. I usually catch if they... I don't think I've ever watched any of that. Any of their... have they done it before? I do not know. I just see all the content that maybe comes afterwards, like the new trailers and like showcase of the technology is always really cool.
Okay. I'm not sure. I'm trying to see like if there's any rumors or anything. If you guys in the chat know, like, is there anything that you think might be coming out? Hi, Coleman, my brother is watching us. Coleman said, I miss being able to watch in-person events such as E3 and will be excited to see so many new games announced. Yeah, it is a different experience when it's an in-person thing, but who knows? The possibilities are endless with virtual stuff too, so we'll see. But yeah, so interested to see what comes from the State of Unreal. This next...
I like how it's the State of Unreal. The State of Unreal showcase. That's fine.
Jerica, this next piece, I'm very curious. Speaking of Silent Hill.
Yeah, I know, like, and obviously I don't know if Kojima's working on Silent Hill. It's just like, everybody went down that rabbit hole last year thinking that he was working on something. But we have no idea what Kojima's working on. But apparently, I just randomly saw this on Twitter one day. Kojima. On his Kojima. There, I did it again. It's with the headphones. If I can't hear, like, I need to take one out so I can hear myself talk. Kojima tweeted, Today is the day we say goodbye to the entrance to Luden's hallway and the kitchen that have been my home for little over 5 years. Many memories will come to mind. Farewell." Like, they left their studio.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're getting a new studio, but they're leaving a really dope ass studio. Like, he's got a lot of cool stuff. The lit up hallway is such a signature move for Kojima. Like, everyone came and hung out with him. They took a picture in the hallway with the Luden statue.
Yeah.
Like, it was like out of a sci-fi book. So it's a little bit of a bummer to see him leaving, but I mean, why would they be leaving?
I don't know. And they said nothing about like what their plans were for where they were going, right? I didn't see anything.
There are some like nothing's it's all rumors, but there have been like he's been visiting a lot of Sony, like, which I'm sure he's been in a partnership with Sony for a while. So I don't know if it's but then there's a rumor that he's working on something with Microsoft. Like it's all over the place, but he's been seen working in like motion capture studios that are under Sony's umbrella. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure he's getting an upgrade somewhere because like it's sort of surprising. I just don't see this being the end for Kojima, of course, but this came out of nowhere. Just left the studio.
Yeah.
Or leaving their office. They might be getting a new office, maybe.
Late from Lunch said maybe they're going full remote. The old office is like literally next door to Sony Japan.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. Not having to be in the office as much. Who knows? Yeah. Who knows?
We'll see, I guess. I don't know.
He didn't give a reason. No. Of course he didn't.
Speaking of, I feel like I look like I'm in a Silent Hill like creepy game right now. It's my lighting. I guess because it's like I normally have lighting behind me too, and now it's just like a spotlight on my face.
I'll make myself a little darker too, so you're not alone.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel a little bit better now. We're both a little dark. It's a dark stream.
Well, it started out really bright. That just goes to show you how it's just really weird. Okay, so that's pretty much all we have from that. Pretty cryptic. No really explanation or anything after that I've seen. Sad news next.
Yep. Sad news.
Tiny violin. Did we expect it? Yes. Did we want this? No. Maybe some people did want this. I don't know. There's a lot out this year, so maybe we did want this. Breath of the Wild 2 has officially been delayed till spring 2023. So at least we got a season. They said spring, so yeah. I guess that's better than nothing. Nintendo confirms the next Zelda game won't launch on time. Nintendo has announced that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed from its original 2022 window. That's kind of good for me because, and everybody always gives me flack for this, I actually have not played the first Breath of the Wild. So it'll give me time.
Kayla, what are you doing with your life?
I know.
You're just missing out on the best game of all time.
I've heard a lot of people.
I'm not being mean, sarcastic either. I'm like, it is actually a really good game. But,
yeah.
You should get to that sometime.
Well, now I have more time to wait. I might try to do the old Last of Us little shindig that I've done.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea. Back to back.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. I'll try that. Since it's a little further out now. That's really all the news we have, unless you have anything that we missed, Jerica, except our piece that's going to segue us into our expert mode.
Yeah, let's dive in, because it's a hefty one. Yeah. Our expert mode today, we're focusing on video game subscriptions and how you choose to buy games in this day and age.
Jerica, stall while my light's on. I'll be right back.
Okay. In this day and age, there's a lot of ways to play games. And one of those ways is to pay a subscription fee to have access to games all the time. And of course, PlayStation's sort of been late to the show in terms of having some kind of upgraded service model, very similar to Xbox. So there's been rumors of PlayStation working on something for a while. And last week they did finally announce what the new PlayStation membership will look like. And I'm just going to break that down real quick because for me at first it was just a lot to go through. A lot of different tiers. And is it a good deal? Let's find out. This is on the PlayStation blog. All new PlayStation Plus launches in June with 700 games and more value than ever. Since launching PlayStation Plus in 2010, Sony Interactive has been at the forefront of innovation in game subscription services. We're thrilled to be the first console membership service that included a refreshed library of games through PlayStation Plus, and also launched the first game streaming service with PlayStation Now. So here's a jerk aside note. I don't like PlayStation Now.
I don't either.
It doesn't work that great for me. It's streaming games. I don't like streaming game Stadia. I want to be able to download them, you know?
Yes.
It's just sort of a hard... I mean, if you're wanting to play like a really old game, it might be okay, like a PlayStation 1 game. Even then, it might be, you know, you might get some lag in there. Okay, back to the article.
We'll dive more into it later.
Today, we're really pleased to share with you an official news about the changes coming to our subscription services, which they already have a membership. Like I feel like I literally have paid it. Like I always buy it at a discount, so I can play games online. I think the biggest thing is like the gold membership. I forget, that could be Xbox. You know what I mean? Like the premium thing that I'm paying for. It's like $60. Yeah, it's like $60 a year. You get every month you get free games to download. And then also you get to play online and have fun with your friends. But I've bought it discounted so much. Like I have like until like the next 3 years I have PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I usually do that. It's a good idea. They do stack, obviously. Okay, back to the news. Here are the new tiers for PlayStation Plus. The first one here is PlayStation Plus Essential. The benefits provides the same benefits as PlayStation Plus members getting today. 2 downloadable, monthly downloadable games, exclusive discounts, cloud storage for save games, and of course, online multiplayer access. There are no changes for existing PlayStation Plus members in this tier. The price for PlayStation Plus Essential remains the same as the current price for PlayStation Plus. So still $10 a month, or $60 a year. So that's what we're all used to, for PlayStation people. PlayStation Plus Extra provides all the benefits of the Essential tier, but adds a catalog of 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the Extra tier are downloadable for play. Okay?
Nice. Okay, how much is that one?
That is going to be $15 a month.
Okay.
Or $40. Or $15 a month or $100 a year.
Okay.
Okay. And then last is PlayStation Plus Premium. All the benefits from the previous 2 tiers. But you get... This is different because it adds 340 additional games, including PS3 games available via cloud streaming, a catalog of beloved classic games in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations. So little caveat there. You get 340 additional games, okay? PS3 games are only available through cloud streaming. And then the catalog of beloved classic games are also available streaming, download PlayStation games. So original PS1 games, PS2, and PSP games are going to be available in a download option. That's perfect.
Okay.
There are some PS3 games out there that I maybe want to play, but not a great generation for PlayStation. So not a whole lot of games there for me anyways.
PS2 is the bomb. For
PS2
me.
and PlayStation 1. There's a lot, and even the PSP. Okay? So, of course, you get all the cloud streaming access for the original PlayStation, PS2, PSP, and PS4 games offered in the Extra and Premium tiers. where PlayStation Now is currently available. So it does look like you have to have PlayStation. Maybe obviously PlayStation Now is going to be part of that tier, I guess. Time limited game trials will also be offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they play. So that's neat. I don't know what select games would be offered, and I have been wanting play before you buy demos for a long time. Like, I would love for every game to have a demo just to try it out. I don't know if that select games what that means just yet, but the best tier, the tier for all the things, will be either $18 a month. Whew, that's expensive. $50 quarterly. They added quarterly in there, or $120 a year. Okay. There you go.
Okay, so 18 times 12. Do you save a lot of money if you do? So the $18 a month, or if you do that, you need to just do the year, because that's a lot cheaper to just buy the year.
Yeah, I usually always do the year option regardless. I guess if I see I need to see the catalog. Like, I'm eager to see what all games do we have available from the PS2 generation and PS1. I want to see the catalog. I mean, it says 340 games to be added, so I'm sure that sounds like a lot to me. If that's the case, it's a little pricey. I will say that it's a little pricey, a little bit more than I expected. I expected to be in line with. Okay, here's a caveat. Here's another one. I know we're about to get to it, but let's compare and contrast. So I pay $15 a month. Go ahead.
Let's preface this by saying me and Jerica are not console war people. Like, we're not, you know what I mean? Like, we're not like, oh no, you gotta, like, we both are naturally, we've been Sony gals for a while. But Jerica has an Xbox and I use PC Game Pass. So, and now I play on PC. So I feel like I'm not always like, okay, PlayStation's always better or Xbox is always better. Like, that's just we're not normally like that. So this compare and contrast is we can try to be objective, you know?
Oh yeah, and Late for Lunch had a good note. If you have PlayStation Now, it will upgrade to PlayStation Plus Premium when it launches. Oh. So I don't know today I went back because I was going to finally just get to doing that. I don't know if you can do it anymore. I need to double check. Because when you do it, you can stack it. He stacked 3 years yesterday ahead of time. Oh, dang. So save a lot of money. It was a little loophole. It's probably been patched by PlayStation. I don't know if you can still do that. I need to look that up because I need to take advantage of that while I can.
Nice. Well,
regardless, it is expensive in my opinion, but you get sort of compare and contrast. And this sort of goes back to last week when we talked about comparing the catalogs. I feel like Xbox has a lot of newer games. I don't know what the PlayStation 5 catalog, and they included obviously PS4 and PS5. They included what they said was PlayStation first party studio games, also third party. So I don't know. I need to see what this catalog looks like before I sort of compare and contrast, because already it does seem like potentially it can mean more of a catalog for retro games. So PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games. If the library is great, that's already an advantage over, in my case, we aren't really comparing Nintendo, but Nintendo's got a subscription service, and I feel like it's never going to be what we want it to be, or it's going to take 50 million years to be what we want it to be. And I forget how much they're charging, but it doesn't have nearly all the old Nintendo games that I want to play on there.
I think it's expensive.
But this sounds like it might have a good selection of old games. And I think about Xbox Game Pass, and there is not unless I'm wrong, but I feel like there's not a lot of old Xbox games to play. Right. I could be wrong, and I just haven't paid attention, but nothing, I don't remember that going through the catalog. It seems like a lot of recent games, which is great. I don't know. Maybe this is worth it to have finally a place to play all these PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 games. Because that honestly isn't really existent with Xbox or Nintendo, in my opinion, right now. So maybe it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it just depends on what kind of gaming you're wanting. Like, what are you wanting to achieve? You know what I mean? And here's another question, Jerica. Will you be able to get trophies on these retro games? You know what I mean? Do you think
I don't know.
Do you think they implement that?
Trophies, I think, were introduced. I don't know. I don't see them. Oh, it took years just to get us the ability to change our PSN names. I don't think they'll go back and add trophies to like PS1, PS2 games. You'll get it for PS3 games maybe because that's a part of it. Like I think you can get trophies now if you're using PlayStation Now and streaming them. I think the trophies pop if you get them. I also could be wrong about that, but I think I got a trophy when I was playing Red Dead Redemption. I was using PlayStation Now to play the first Red Dead Redemption, and I think I got a trophy. I think.
Late from Lunch said the page is down now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was. Thank you for checking because I was hoping I was wrong and maybe I just went to the wrong place. But yeah, I can't do it. So if you got to do it yesterday, I should have done it when I saw it. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Sounds like it could be good. And you said you're waiting until you see the catalog to make any decisions.
Yeah. And I definitely will subscribe. It will be one of those things, just like I think about Netflix, HBO Max, Showtime, all those other, I know those are, it's television and movies, but I think about that, like I subscribe to it when Game of Thrones is on. I'll subscribe to HBO Max when Last of Us comes out, like, and I'm not always subscribed to it. I subscribe to it when I want to watch something. And usually when a show's coming on, I got a month of it anyway, so, or a few months for shows if I want to watch them week to week. Or I wait until they all come out, like Euphoria. I've been watching Euphoria, and I just wait for them all to come out, and then I binge it. Pay for it for a month, and I binge it. And I just watch whatever else is there. So I'll do the same thing. Like I'll subscribe to this, and I'll do it monthly, so I can play for a month, play some old PlayStation 2 games for a month, and then I'll just go back to my essential tier, like I normally have. So I think it's a good deal if you play like that. Like if you want to play some of these old games that you don't have access to anymore, I think now that I'm thinking about it, it might be a good deal just have access to all the things. But I am also eager to see the catalog. Like what games we talking here? I saw someone in the chat mention Sly Cooper, so yeah, I think Sly Cooper is a fan favorite to be able to play again.
Yeah. I just think that, so as I'm pretty new to Game Pass myself, and I subscribe to like PlayStation Now also. I don't use it very often, but I think that for me, like I do love playing like nostalgia games, like and things like that, but something I've wanted to dive into that maybe people who have a PC might also see it, like if you have PC and PlayStation, the hesitation might be like, there's a lot of emulators you can download to play those games already. And it's a little bit more of a process. And I've never done it, so I don't know how streamlined that is. Like, I don't know if it actually like looks good. And it is different to play it on your actual PlayStation with the controller and everything. But that's something to think about too. But I guess let's kind of open the discussion a little bit more and see, like, let me read a couple comments from our friends on Twitter. Let me pull it up really quick. But I asked you guys on Twitter, do you play any or do you subscribe to any gaming services? And if so, like, what do you like about it and why? Or if you don't, like, why not? And so we got a couple of responses. I'll read them really quick. Play Along Pod said, the one that I primarily use is Game Pass. Jumped on it when it officially merged with Live. I use PS Now, which has a lot of great games on it, though oftentimes the streaming capability isn't consistent, which I know you said. But excited for this merge they will be doing soon with PlayStation Plus. So that's interesting the way he worded that, was like it's PlayStation Plus merging with PlayStation Now.
And that's a good way to describe it, because I've always thought, like, why are these two separate things? They really should be some kind of...
Yeah, it's confusing.
They should be together. It's confusing. And like, I'm sure a lot of people just don't do it because I don't know, it's just not, it's not in my face as much as everything else that PlayStation has to offer. I feel like PlayStation Now has been on such the back burner, which I think they have to know, like, it's not the best thing. It's a little expensive for what it is. So I'm glad this sort of integrates some other things into it to make the PlayStation Now service a little bit more we just want to download our games. That's the biggest thing. We just want to be able to download them.
Aside from like one. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought one thing that I always do with PlayStation is I always look at the monthly games and download them. So like that's something that always catches my attention is the monthly games that they put out. For some reason that always like catches my eye. Now, how many do I actually play is another like you know what I know,
right?
Like, they catch my
add
attention.
them to my library, so one day maybe I'll play it.
Well, that's a good thing too. Is like they stay in your library, so as long as you add them while they're free. Another person, Matt from RI, said, I use Xbox Game Pass and I love it. Joel, friend of the show, friend of Jericho's, said, I use Game Pass Ultimate. It's easily the best deal in gaming. Xbox Day 1 games make it an amazing deal. I use PlayStation Plus solely to play games with friends once in a while.
There you go.
Good point. And then lastly, we have Gaming Together podcast. Have been using Game Pass since their original gold conversion promotion they did a few years ago. I have so many reward points that I could redeem like 6 years of Ultimate. That's funny. So yeah, that's just a word from some of our friends over on Twitter. Late from Lunch said, I know they probably won't do new first-party releases like Xbox, but it would be cool if they upgraded first-party games to the highest tier edition for all premium members. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Let's go. They definitely. I feel like that's gonna still be something that makes them exclusive and special, and like you gotta have. You know, I don't think they're. They could do it one day.
Yeah.
I don't know how. That's the part of the business where I'm just like, I don't know how. Game Pass versus just selling the game, I don't know who makes the money or how much money is to be had. I feel like if there was a lot of money in it, PlayStation would have done it a long time ago, and the fact that they're not means they're doing well selling games individually and not on a subscription service. But
which makes me wonder
maybe if this does good, maybe they change that up. Like, I don't know.
And it evolves. Yeah, that would be cool. So I guess my question for you, Jerica, is like, what would you say specifically from PlayStation, since it is what is in the news right now and like what we're talking about mainly? What do you think would be like ideal
Froze up a little
for
bit, Kayla.
you from them as a service? Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying like what would be like ideal for you as far as like from PlayStation as a subscription service? What would you be your like perfect?
Like, I would I want it to be like Xbox, like where I don't have to buy I don't have to get the $70 new game when it comes out. I mean, that's what I'd love to have, but it's a different type. Like, there's been the PlayStation first party studios and PlayStation, I guess all their main studios putting out games is way more frequent than Xbox.
That's a good point.
It's different. Like, that's the dream. But I just don't think it's realistic for them. They put out way more titles. I know way more titles, like maybe 2 more games a year than Microsoft right now, Xbox. But still way more. And that might change for Xbox too. Obviously, with Bethesda, we start seeing more games like Xbox Studios games. Like, I'm sure eventually they'll catch momentum. I don't know how that works. I do not know how that works for a game studio. Like, for Xbox, like, obviously they have a lot of subscribers, so maybe that ends up being the same or if not better for them. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's a good thing to think about, though. Really quick, kind of to like round us off, and like we can add commentary in the chat. If you have any commentary, please feel free. But I found this article from Gaming Scan. And it lists like the best gaming subscription service and like why certain things might fit for you, like what depending on what you're looking for. So yeah, this is not necessarily our opinions. This is just like what we see on this article. So obviously it talks about Xbox Game Pass, which ranges from $10 to $15 per month. You can get that on Xbox and also on PC. I personally have the one on PC. Jerica has the one on console, right, Jerica? Mm-hmm. Do you have the top tier one or do you do the lower tier one?
I was on the higher tier and I actually need to cancel because I haven't played a lot. Mm-hmm. And that's where they get you too. Like you forget to cancel.
Yes.
And it just starts riding and they're just getting money from me now. Mm-hmm. And it's not costing them a dime, I don't think. Well, I mean, infrastructure and cloud servers and stuff is costing them that. But I don't know. Where did we go with this question? I forgot.
I was just asking what you used personally.
I did because I really, I like playing Halo on the couch in front of the TV a lot, and then same thing for Doom. I'll get on another soapbox about Doom though, because it's not cross save, which is really dumb between PC and Xbox. Really messed me up. But it was really nice to play like Xbox up here on the PC, trying to get good with my keyboard and mouse, trying to play Halo. Then I can go downstairs and play on the Xbox. So that's why I was paying for the top tier that included PC and Xbox.
Nice. I use the one. I think I only do the. I think I only do the lower PC one. Yeah, because that's what I have since I only have a PC. Next up, so that is, so it says, this is best for mainly Xbox users if you play a lot of games that are on Xbox and if you are also a PC gamer. So if you're looking to get the most bang for your buck, they say that Xbox Game Pass is the way to go. That offers 100 plus high quality games for both Xbox and PC users. Selection varies depending on your platform of choice. You do get different game options if you're on an actual Xbox or on a PC. Next up, we have PlayStation Now, which we talked about that. That's $10 a month, and I didn't realize you could have it on PC. Is that right?
What? It
says PS4, PS5, and PC.
Yeah, that's new. I think you can. I forgot about it. I think you can. Yeah. I forgot about that. Hold on. That
interesting. While you're looking at that, the next one we have is EA Play, which
of course it's streaming to anything because you're streaming it. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that's a thing. I definitely have tried that. Yeah.
So next up we have EA Play, which I believe is included in Game Pass. I believe at a certain tier, because I think I have it with mine. EA Play. And that ranges from between like $5 to $14 a month. You can get that on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. This is saying it's best for people who are sports game enthusiasts. EA does a lot of sports games also Star Wars. So that's kind of for that what you would be looking for. There's a lot of options. Some of these I actually haven't heard of. So Nintendo only has they don't have the pricing on here for the whatever you pay for. You can get like the NES games and all the DLC. I couldn't find the pricing for that, but if you guys know, I know Late from Lunch, you probably know if you're in the chat still. But just Nintendo Switch Online is $4 a month, which is not bad for the actual just online service. But I don't know exactly how much it is for the full like games. Late from Lunch said, yeah, PS Now streaming you can do on PC. I tried it last night and it was pretty okay.
I haven't tried in a really long time. I know he says way better than the last experience about 2 years ago. I think that was the last time I tried it as well. So need to give it another run. Maybe it's much better.
This next one I haven't heard of, Jerica. Let me know if you know anything about Uplay Plus. Is that Ubisoft?
Is that? Yes, I believe so. Or yeah.
It's $15 a month. Yeah, it is Ubisoft. It is.
Okay.
$15 a month.
Never tried it. I have no idea. That's not bad.
So you can play it on PC, and it features a library comprised of roughly 100 Ubisoft games from throughout the company's history. So it sounds like it goes pretty far back, which is pretty cool. The only downside is it's currently only supported on PC. Have you ever heard of Humble Choice? It's only supported on PC.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we have Humble Choice, which I've never heard of. It says it ranges from $5 to $20 a month. Wow. Best for PC gamers who want to fully own games while supporting a cause. So that sounds pretty cool. It's a unique take on gaming subscription service that users technically own most of the game they install. It's strictly PC gaming service and requires you to use Steam to facilitate downloads. Interesting. Let us know if you know anything about that. I think that's all the major ones. I really just kind of want to talk through the options. Apple Arcade, of course. That's only mobile gaming, but it is $5 a month, which is a pretty good deal. You get a lot of access. I don't really use it as much anymore, but I do know there's some really good games on there.
Yeah. Late for lunch. Thank you. We should have just brought late from lunch on the show this episode. He's helping us a lot. The expanded Nintendo Online Pass is $50 a year. So, not as much as I thought.
Oh, wow. He's our fact checker in the chat.
There we go. We all need one.
We do. So, basically, I think in summary,
I've really got to pee, Kayla. I drink all of that water. So, are you just going to talk to the camera?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to hold it?
No. Go.
Okay,
I'll
I gotta go.
them.
Okay.
I feel like, those TikToks where it's like, will you watch them for a minute? And you put, I'm addicted to TikTok. And you put the phone up in front of your dog. I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. Let us know in the chat, what subscription services do you use for games? Personally, I know we've been talking about it, but I use PlayStation Now, but honestly, I don't use it very often. And then I subscribe to just the Nintendo Online service, the one that's only $5. Not the one that Late from Lunch was talking about in the chat, the expanded Nintendo Online. Don't have that one. And then I'm new to Game Pass, really enjoy it. To me, it seems like the top tier kind of subscription service right now. So we'll see how this one goes. But I'm going to stall while we wait on Jerk to use the bathroom. I need you guys to respond in the chat. So, okay, maybe speaking of Game Pass, here's some things that I've downloaded that you can tell me if I need to play or not. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. A couple things on my library. So one thing I did download that I really liked that I talked about a couple weeks ago was What Remains of Edith Finch. I played that. I believe that was from Game Pass, and I really liked that. It was really a unique experience. 1 year... Late from Lunch said, I use EA Play Pro yearly. It sucks. Don't get it. Okay. I think it's included in Game Pass, right? I think so. Jerica? Welcome back.
I'm back.
Late from Lunch said, I use EA Play Pro yearly. It sucks. Don't get it. It was funny. While you were gone, I was like, okay, let's go through my Game Pass library. You guys tell me what I should play. The base EA Play is included in Game Pass. Okay, gotcha. I have no desire for the Pro version. Okay, in summary, basically, me and Jerk are going to try this new subscription service and see. I want to see the catalog before I commit to anything, but I'm intrigued. We'll see.
Me too.
It has potential.
I do have an itch to play some old PlayStation 2 games, even PlayStation 1 titles, so I'm excited to see just what games I have forgotten about, and when I see them pop up on the screen, like, oh my god, I gotta play this. So I'm definitely gonna buy into it day one just to see how everything operates and how it looks. I can't wait to see what the interface is gonna look like, how you access all these games. It'd be really excited to see what they...
We gotta try it. We gotta try it,
Yeah. I hope they have the original, it's a PlayStation 1 Jurassic Park game. I think it's just called Jurassic World. I remember one of the first games I played on the PlayStation. And it was just so good because you play as the dinosaurs, and it's so much fun. I love being a raptor or the T-Rex and just eating people. It was so much fun. It was so cool for me at the time.
If you're curious, we've done, we used to do this series, and we should start it back up again, called Console Chatter series, where we would dive into, a specific console and, what were the best games and such. I know we did PlayStation 2, where you can go and, listen to PlayStation 2 games. I think we did PlayStation 4 as well, but I don't think we did anything older than that. We should do some of those. That would be fun around the time this comes out. Is there a date that this is coming out?
I didn't see it, unless
I didn't either.
The article is long, so hold on. Let me pull it back up.
I don't think I saw a date.
I didn't finish the article.
Yeah, it was pretty long.
Okay. We aim to have most of the network territories live with our new PlayStation game service by the end of the first half of 2022.
Okay.
So by the summer, into summer.
Late from Lunch said June. I don't know where that was at, but hey, cool. I just hope they don't rush it and turn a lot of people off because it's not done.
Well, this has been rumored for a while, so I'm sure. Literally, it there's no telling how long they've been working on it. So it took them, I feel like, 5 years to add, and the ability to change your PlayStation username.
Yeah.
It was a long time, because how the whole infrastructure of the operating system was like, I don't know, not the easiest thing to update and manage and add features like that. So
yes,
obviously with PS5, hopefully all those things are fixed.
Cool. Well, that's really all we had. We just talked through some subscriptions. What are they? What do we use? What do we like? And what do we want from PlayStation? Let's see how it goes. Let's do it. Would love to hear your thoughts, of course. You can always still message us on Instagram, comment on our YouTube. We'll put this up on YouTube. You can comment on it, express your feelings. We love that. Woo. Express
Please.
them. If you're like just now jumping in and you missed the rest of the episode, you can always rewatch it on Twitch if you want as well. And we will catch you on the flippity flop. That's all from us. Yeah. Don't stop.
I love it. Perfect, Kayla. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Have a good night.